And let's say somebody go to the next line. I think the next line, we're going to see a little bit of fireworks here.
Og lige om lidt, så drejer de altså til venstre, og så går det op ad Slotsbakken igen. En af de to stigninger, som er altså på Slotsbakken, og så Geels Bakke. Og det kommer lige her, det er postporten her, som lige markerer, at her begynder simpelthen stigningen. Så skal de altså dreje til venstre, og så skal vi prøve at se, om der er nogen, der har mod til at lancere et angreb her. You think that everybody's got the courage to use this as an attack ram here now?
Well, I think that we're going to start to see that there's about 4 or 5 places on the force where you want to attack coming into one now. And I think some of these wins are a mistake to be made. Now, Evelyn Stevens came by here in first between first and third place right on the front. Now she's already very talented. So she's limited, and I feel she feels pretty confident that she can move up and down. But we're going to see a press right here, and what I'm looking for is how they go over the top. This hill is a surprisingly more difficult hill than people think that looks to be. Now, I want to say that is Pia Sundstedt, the Finnish rider, up on the front right there. Rider has had great stuff happen to her in the global competition. A little bit longer in the tooth right now, a little bit older than a lot of the other gals racing, but still a world-class athlete, Pia Sundstedt of Finland, as she starts to press. Clara Hughes is up there covering every move, and I got to think that they are thinking Tara Whitten is Canada's best bet in this race. And if you look at this group right now, they go through. Still, I was looking for a bigger attack than that, not much of an attack, and it is lunchtime in the race. So, again, this waiting game, the longer they wait, the bigger the lightning strike is going to be. The bigger the cloud, the more ferocious the lightning strike.
Det er altså Dorte Lose komme fint hen over den her stigning igen her. Det er Slotsbakke her. Og så meget til lidt er det, at slutningen i kampen lyder stort set af tredje. Hun hiver lige et eller andet gel eller noget op, som hun sidder og tykker lidt i. Og holder altså en frokostpause på et af de sværeste steder, udfordrende steder på det løbet. Så sker der noget, og det er Rusland, der åbner ballet her. En af de russiske ryttere, som forsøger at komme afsted. Efter de her 73 kilometer, så er der altså angreb, og det er fra en af de russiske ryttere. Vi har set dem før forsøge at komme afsted, men straks bliver der altså lukket ned bagved.
Well, there's 2 places you can make it hard on people. It's hard going uphill, or where in this road course, the Russians are now trying to make it very hard. It's that second climb. The first climb that they went after, it was the second one.
Og der er jo Tour de France også der. Den samme. Den er rigtig. Det er den rigtig. Tysker der.
Nobody knows what's going on in the back of the ship right now. They just know that somebody is up there going. And the big question is, what is this? I need intelligence. And is in the tail end of it. Now they've got a single file.
Og så kan vi se, hvad Barton har gjort i feltet. Det har altså fået har den her form, som har nu.
Yeah, you're now starting which is pretty much a descent all the way. So everybody's going to recover, heart rates are coming down, everybody's going to relax on this. What I'm looking for after this is maybe as this thing starts to kick back uphill towards the finish line, and they'll be looking at 4 laps to go next time through. I mean, 4 laps to go, really, you are looking at, 56 kilometers left in this bike race. That is not a whole lot of racing. That is the typical distance of these ladies' criteriums. So I think that a lot of you gals are thinking they can race full gas now. But the problem is by letting it go slow, Peter, you've allowed 4 women to be in the race. And you could have gotten this down to 10 favorites. Now there's 30 women that can still win this race.
Ja, det er selvfølgelig bagsiden med medaljen, når det er, at det store hold ikke vil tillade nogen udbrud, og ikke vil tillade, at det bliver et hårdt løb. Men et ret let løb, det er, at der er ikke nogen udspilning. Der sker ikke nogen udspilning, i hvert fald ikke blandt favoritterne, og det vil sige, at vi har altså måske 20-30 ryttere, som kan vinde de her løb. Vi har altså også nogle ryttere, som kan sidde og profitere af det. Så det er ikke bare et par ryttere til. Som en slags speciale med en lønsmænd, og de har mulighed, og så kan de altså pludselig komme og fyre en sprint opad.
Yeah, Clara Hughes is the policeman right now. She is all over the front keeping track. She is not Canada's best bet to win. That's going to be Tara Whitten. And Clara Hughes is up there to basically marshal everything. Now look at it, all single foul. Clara Hughes keeping it fast. This is where you can see right there in front of us. That is Canada's best bet right there. That is Canada's rider that they're looking at, Tara Whitten. And she's on the tail end of it. So they're still not got their main team up the front. And Clara Hughes is up there to keep it sort of fast, but just tempo is to lock everybody
in.
Okay. Any other attack.
Kæmpe slå, de har lavet begge når det er ved.
Okay. Clara Hughes, by losing control of the front, what you would like to see, what I think Clara Hughes would like, is a slightly faster race, but a consistent speed, not one with attacks, counterattacks.
Men hvad er det fans, eller er det folk, der bor her?
Det er folk, der bor her. Tilskuerne bor her.
Tilskuere, okay.
Tilskuerne bor her.
Jamen, han har da også lige fået sat stolen op, så han kan se ud over hele. Det var han også...
Very good race for the Americans. Belgium coming to the fore as well. Denmark. They've only got 3 riders in this race, so they are on home soil. And of course, I think there's a big burden on the back of Sweden to deliver something big here today. And they are riding very well. Albeit in a somewhat defensive race, they are riding very well.
Oppe i 5-6. position, sidder rigtig godt, og har en næse på at sidde fuldstændig korrekt, hvor ingen kræfter overhovedet. Nu var det så lidt, du var ind på et tidspunkt til tidligere, og gået med i et udbrud, og lige pludselig så kommer
det kan være meget bedre.
Frem over til venstre, men jeg tror bare, hun stadigvæk sidder tilbage i Australien, og Tara Whitten fra Canada, og det er Australien, der kommer til Formel 1 nu, og det hele taget flere rytter, som positionerer sig. De vil hele tiden overvåge, hvad der sker. Og så skal vi altså, har vi fået farten op, og vi kan se, hvad der sker i det her højre sving. Ikke noget, heldigvis. Vi så tidligere på dagen, så der er en defekt til en af de schweiziske ryttere, som har en defekt. Nummer 97 er det Pascal Schneider, som blev nummer 19 ved enkeltstartsmesterskaberne, og bruger lejligheden til at få skiftet hjul og drikke.
Look at that. What a pro. She gets off the bike, switches her bottle. She takes her time. She's actually using this to her advantage. Not the best wheel change, I might add, but she did it right off the bike, took the bottle, relaxed, now getting ready to get going. And the mechanic is right there, ready to go, and she is getting pushed back in. Not panicking, still in the caravan. So Pascal Schneider, very good job. Now look, she's in the cars. She also got a bottle, took the nourishment, and now we are back to where we were. And now there is another attack by the Russians right again. So the Russians attacking again, and Russia, I cannot believe it, Skaya going again.
Og altså nyt angreb igen fra russerne, og straks så kommer Australien ved. Og det betyder, at vi har et cykelløb her. Vi vil meget gerne se, om der er nogen, der kan insistere og så måske få et lille hul. Her ser det ud som om, at en lille firmandsgruppe er ved at få et hul. 2 ryttere til kommer op til dem, og så kommer der en lille hul ned til feltet i øjeblikket. Men det er svenskerne ligger med 3 mænd og ligger og trækker feltet frem efter.
So right here, Zeppelin Skaya, the Russian rider, has been keeping it fast. It's really been Zeppelin Skaya and Clara Hughes' race so far. Their job is to keep it steady. And now we've got another mechanical rider right now, as I believe we are looking at a rider. I want to say that this is going to be Luxembourg, this rider coming through right here. We'll try to ID rider 81 is rider getting the wheel change. That's Chantal Hoffman. And another... His wheel change. A lot of pressure on this mechanic right there.
Hoffmann fra Luxembourg, det går ikke stærkt, men her går altså op igen, så kædemålet af. Og det er ikke fantastiske mekanikerarbejde der.
Du er hende, der der.
Det er fantastisk mekanikerarbejde.
Du har trækket ro, så.
What they do with the chain is not going to get. That's a great way to cause more problems with the bike. Meanwhile, I'm impressed at how Emma Pooley is riding so assertively. Now, this is not Emma Pooley, it's one of her teammates. Meanwhile, more riders heading to the pits. As you can see, this is the rider from Taipei. Now, Emma Pooley's been up near the front, and I'm gonna sort of question what she's doing, because Emma Pooley needs to be saving her fuel, as we are looking for. She's got one teammate that is up there doing a lot. Clara Hughes goes back to the front. So far, it has been Salma Muscaya and Clara Hughes joined us for their teams. We wait to see very soon. We should be seeing these riders coming through here at the 84-kilometer mark coming up next.
Det er egentlig meget sjovt at se det her, når vi står derinde ved storskærmen, der kan man så se, når de drøner henover.
Står derinde?
Nej, ikke her, men ved modstregen.
Long time when she was at the time trial, Canadian great Missy Shaw. What a delight she was. She was just happy to be there. And meanwhile, we're starting to see more riders from in front right here. We're seeing a Spanish rider with her, not a whole lot from Spain so far. And meanwhile, these traffic items are causing some problems in the cohesion of the field.
Så det er roligt til feltet her, hvor har vi en af de amerikanske ryttere, som har problemer med kæden. Og skal simpelthen se, om hun kan få skiftet det op her. Det er ikke godt det her. This is not good.
Not good at all. You're going to see a rider for the United States right here. This rider's going through it. That's one of the riders, that's Teresa Cliff Ryan. She comes out of Michigan. She's been several times national sprint champion, national criterium champion. We were racing on the track. She is their best bet to beat Georgia Bronzini in the sprint. And I have seen her win.
Men hun er blevet sat af, så jeg kunne spørgsmål om vi har sat af mere igen, altså.
Without shedding a tear. She is one top customer. And
nu er det bare at gennemføre.
Nej, jeg tror, de kører måske en omgang til, ikke også? Så går de bare af, altså.
They couldn't hear. What I'm surprised is that the way this race is going, they don't have anybody back there getting her. I'm going to be convinced that you're going to see a number of Americans go back together to take a very good trip.
I have to say we've seen this change a couple times here. What's the correct way to do it when you have a control? What should you do with your gears?
Well, you want to move. Typically, what I like to do is I like to click my gears all the way over to the right, meaning I'm going to shift into the heaviest gear on the back. And you can do it in a lot of different ways, but by moving it over the right, for the mechanic to get the derailleur and punch that rear wheel out, if you move the derailleur out from under the car, and then you just have to remember that while the mechanic is pushing it, you want to then be shifting into a lighter gear. So by the time the mechanic let it go of you now are in an easier gear and out of the saddle. But you should stay in the saddle while you're shifting it, not putting too much pressure on it. But it's so nerve-wracking. You are going through that. You are so anxious to get back on the bike. And that's why I was so impressed by the way the one rider did it. Just sitting there, take the bottle, relax, and then get back on.
Det var altså en schweiziske rytter, som tog det stille og roligt. Hvis jeg har set flere ryttere, som når de har haft en punktering, en defekt, så er de, især når de hviler om med baghjulet, så er de for hurtige på cyklen, der rejser sig op og træder alt over til, og det betyder, at samtidig hvis de skifter ned i gear, fordi typisk når det er så skifter man til det højeste, det vil sige, at man får kæden helt ud på de mindste tandhjul helt ud til højre, så er det lettere at få hjulet hænger på, og mekanikere, og så har man altså et kæmpe gear, og man skal i gang igen. Det er altså lidt af et problem.
And this is Evan looking back on her rider. She looks back and sees the Swiss rider jumping on to the gear. And Evan's looking back on where Teresa Cliff Ryan. She's just at the back to retrieve Teresa Cliff Ryan. Now watch, when this slows down, she's going to take a slow back.
Jeg er bare rundt om en hjørne og kørt ind i en parkeret lastbil. Det var fordi kæden røg af, så kiggede jeg ned, fordi jeg skulle lige se, hvad skete der. Og det øjeblik, der kigger ned og svinger rundt om hjørnet, lige en parkeret lastbil. Det er sådan noget, man kun gør én gang, så man har lært det.
Ej, når man så kigger, hvor der er nogen, der så det der.
Jeg tror, jeg skal stejle i... Så er der bare billigere at vente, når man kommer op igen.
So looking at some American jerseys there as well. Looking at the full stride is moving up there as well. And it's amazing to see how long they are letting this race go this far into the race. They really should have racing here.
Ja, der er altså stadigvæk ikke nogen, som angriber for alvor, må man sige. Ikke nogen, der har lyst til at angribe endnu. Vi kan sige, at de angreb, der har været, det har været alvorligt nok, men de er bare blevet neutraliseret ganske hurtigt. Så møder fra til den bedste angrebsløfte. Her har vi rytterne ind, tager de højre, kommer ind på lidt bakke her. Nu, når vi kommer op på tysten, så er vi 4 omgange og 14 kilometer, så vi nærmer os altså finalen på det her løb. Der Willumsen sidder der fremme i den sorte trøje, og vi har også Dorte Lose fremme i forreste gelede. Forreste gelede, kan man sige, hun sidder stadigvæk og beskytter sig selv, og også en af de øvrige danske ryttere har bevæget sig længere fremme endnu.
There are going to be just an amazingly short amount of laps left. We are at 4 laps to go when they come up here. 4 laps to go, and they are letting this play into a sprinter's hands, and it is a daring move that all these people are doing where they are waiting for this to come down to a large sprint. So we are at 4 laps to go. They all take their feed. 4 laps to go, and we have still yet to see a major breakaway in this race. If anything, we have seen nothing more than a couple of attacks. And I can tell you, the World Championship on the line, continue playing a waiting game. It is the World Championship, and now we're getting a little bit of confusion in the speed zone. Riders diving through. Nobody's out on the floor, but we've got some riders taking the right lane. The Swan here is doing a good job to stay very tight and hold their position. Here they are right now, coming at us. 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go on the bike ring.
4 omgange igen, og det vil sige noget, der bliver 56 km for de ryttere her, som altså er på vej ind over målstregen, og vi har et samlet felt, som kører ud på de sidste 4 omgange, og stadigvæk Dorte Lose siddende fremme. Og også Julie Lind har bevæget sig frem i feltet, kan vi se her, der sidder i glimrende position, hvor vi har Michelle Lauke lidt længere nede bagved.
Emma Pooley continues to burn fuel out the front. Emma Pooley going through, first rider again. And I can't say I recommend it, but at the same time, I'm commending her for being maybe the best, the most assertive rider of this race so far, as well as our Russian rider, who's done a great job. The Russian rider, of course, being the rider that has been on the attack a few times. Russia sending their one rider to cover the front throughout. Attacking to the back again. But she goes through. Ukraine moving around in that lap. Speed starting to increase. This is the downhill. So we need to take some chances on each turn. Riding for the World Championship. We're looking at a very fast time to that turn. As soon as somebody's going to make a mistake. A lot of riders in here have not even thrown down anything to their potential. Other riders don't come over their head, way over their head to their potential. And they are delighted that this is happening just the pace they need. But at the same time, that's where they can make mistakes. So right now, trying to force a mistake is the Belgian riders. Belgium comes to